Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the videos of the paid requests? This time for Eric. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet. I do have a Cash App, since some have asked me about it. I do have a Patreon. Those links are in the info box, wherever YouTube put it nowadays. It could be a topic, a random piece of business, news article, a movie review, re-review, reaction, commentary, video game, playthrough, a let's try, whatever the case. The links are in the info box. For those who have, thank you so much. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And Eric requested The Mousetrap, a 2024 film that is easily one of the worst films I've seen this year. I mean, it's not as bad as Sasquatch Sunset. I would probably rather... Madam Web was awful. I'd rather watch that than this, because this is just so damn lazy. They didn't know what the hell they were doing with this film. This film, what it is Steamboat Willie got in the public domain. Just like Winnie the Pooh did and this other stuff. So they went, okay, here's an easy way to make money. We're going to do a horror film. We're going to use Steamboat Willie. And we're going to have some people die. And it's going to be 80 minutes, thankfully. We're going to put it out there, and then people don't watch it out of curiosity for how fucked up it is, or how crazy it is, or how crappy. I honestly think the people making these movies know they're crap. But they know people will watch them, and then that helps them, even if it's crap. I maintain that's what it is. Does you tell this a little bit that they don't take the film seriously? The way it opens and the way it ends encapsulates that they don't take this seriously. So I'm like, okay, if they don't take it seriously, why should I take it seriously? Only it's not that clever. It's really not that funny. There's a lot more you could do with the creative juices if you want to do like a parody. Like, do a parody of people taking IPs and making a movie out of it. But they don't do that. They think they do at the very beginning and ending, but the rest of the middle is just this very boring, lousy slasher film. Just the beginning, they have this disclaimer, trying to be like the Star Wars text, with wannabe Star Wars ripoff music, that says is not sponsored, endorsed by Disney. They never read our text, but we like Disney. For real, in capital letters. Like, really real. And this goes on for like 5 minutes. If not, it feels like it. Like, it just keeps going. Like, no, we really like Disney. Like, for real. Like, seriously, like, they've done some good stuff. And then I feel like, dude, where's my car? And then I need you to move on. And then, no, I need you to get the fuck out of my face. And then it keeps going. I'm like, you know, this joke might have been funny if it was cut, if 2/3 of it was cut out. Even that, their potential joke goes on way too long. And I'm like, wow, they even screwed this up. That takes talent. So the rest of the movie, you have these two named Cole and Marsh who are detectives. Shot in this very basic soundstage, trying to be a jail cell, where this girl named Rebecca, who's this goth chick, she's in behind bars. She's being interviewed. And throughout the rest of the film, it's a flashback to what happened. And it will break momentum. Because it'll go 5 minutes, 6, 7, and then it'll go back to this with these two cops talking to the girl. Then it'll go back to the movie. Then it'll go back to these three. Then it'll go to the movie. Then go back to these three. Then go back. Then it goes back. It keeps doing that, so it keeps breaking its momentum every like 10 minutes for this, what, wannabe Usual Suspects Kaiser Soze BS that no one buys into and no one gives a flying fuck about? Why did they do it this way? It's like, well, we need to explain some stuff. because we had such a crappy script, we have such a crappy movie, so some things probably don't make sense. But what you do is, number one, you spoil by saying that Rebecca is the last survivor, but then there's some dialogue later on that makes it seem like as if other people survived. So did they or didn't they? They keep, like, there's a bit later on where, like, well, we talked to some people in the ambulance, and they weren't much big speakers. But here you are, talking so much to us. But then in other parts, they want to say, you're the sole survivor. Which is it? Is she the sole survivor? Or are there people in the ambulance that you talked to that didn't say much, but you're surprised that this girl is saying so much? So which the hell is it? He was too stupid to realize that, apparently. Too stupid to do his job. Maybe this whole thing is a tax refund. It's money laundering. That's what it is. One gigantic money laundering bullshit. So the opening credits, they show Steamboat Willie, because they can show that, because that's why this is made, and it's public domain. And when it's not going into the police jail cell with, like, one of the cops, like a $5 Sharlto Copley. Like the Wish.com version of Sharlto Copley. That's what one guy looks like. The other guy looks like a whatever. And then Rebecca, goth chick. I tell you, but the one, I just kept thinking, man, you look like you want to be like Sharlto Copley, but you're not. I couldn't help it. I just kept thinking that. So the thrust of the movie is the flashback where it's in this arcade where you have your lead girl and her buddy. They're told to stay over after hours because there's a party of 8 or so coming and you need to work it. After the boss leaves, the co-worker's like, I need to do some stuff. Fine, go ahead. I'll be here by myself. And right off the bat, the acting, like, I know it's mean to be mean to kids, but I'm going to, because these kids sucked. So I would blame the parents, I would blame the directors, the way they're written as well. Blame them. Don't have these kids in front of camera. If you do, direct them, give them better lines, and make them worth the shit. Because there's good kid actors. Macaulay Culkin was, Elijah Wood, hell, both of them in The Good Son. There's a lot of good character actors. The little kid in Jerry Maguire. The kid in Disney's The Kid with Bruce Willis. These were not. Like this one little girl's like, hey, this kid was picking on me. So like, what you don't do about it? Well, what do you expect me to do? Yeah, just kill him. Well, no, I don't want you to say it. Just do it. I can't explain just how awkward this little girl's line reading is. Oh, you picked on a little girl. I'm picking on the director who saw this and went, that's a print, knowing that people don't see that and go, wow, she did a bad job. They don't have it in the movie. It didn't offer anything. That scene didn't offer anything. It wasn't funny. It made the kid look like a creep and a weirdo. It showed bad acting, or that she's not ready for this. So all you did was hurt the kid. Because she's gonna look at that and go, oh my god, that was so terrible. Why didn't someone tell me? This little girl, 10 years later, is going to see that and go, oh my god, why the hell did anyone tell me? I would have told you in a nicer way. Sorry, just not working out. Or cut the scene. They didn't offer anything. Just that the acting sucked, and these kids are psychopaths. I just meant to be funny, only no one laughed. So while they're cleaning up, the boss goes back to his man cave, I guess, in the facility, which he has a little private screening. Steamboat Willie, of course. and then like a Mickey Mouse mask. I guess he's a bit, old cartoon fan. And then this was confusing. Because there's no proper explanation for this by the end of it. The guy's watching this. All of a sudden he starts hearing voices. Why does he start hearing voices? I don't know. Then we see a shot of like electrical cable. The cable's breaking. A voice is telling him some stuff. Do you want to see what I see? He turns. It cuts away. And we never find out later what all that was about. Now we see the killer that I'm guessing is the boss's body with the Mickey mask on. But I guess it possessed him. But was it the mask? Was it the movie he was watching? Was it a haunted movie? A cursed movie? Was there a cursed mask? There's no backstory. There's no explanation. There's no reason. It's just, it is what it is. He just heard voices. Why this didn't happen 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, I don't know. The movie doesn't know. No one knows, apparently. Fuck if I know, right? No one knows. So the lead girl is by herself. Her friends come by. They were the party that she was waiting for. And they were there to do a surprise party. Now, you have now 9 people. Of course, you have 9 people. You're not going to get to know pretty much any of them. There's the lead. There's the dirty guy who likes her. There's the jock guy who likes her. There's Rebecca, the goth girl who's in the police station that we see the movie stop every 10 minutes for. The other 5, there's another guy, and there's 4 other girls. 2 of them are a couple that try to make it in a jungle gym. 1 is a girl that there's a scene with VR. It's hard to describe who the characters are because you're not going to give a rat's ass about any of them. You're not going to care about any of them. The acting isn't that good. There's nothing to the characters. At best is this love triangle with these 2 guys liking this girl. And literally it cuts to the police and the cops literally say, "Is this some terrible subplot from a 90s slasher film?" And then Rebecca's like, "What?" "I said, is this some terrible subplot from a 90s slasher film? That these 2 guys like the same girl?" Stop right there. Let me tell you something. You have no room to talk about terrible. Those 90s films, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer is better than you. And that film sucks. I'd rather watch Jennifer Love Hewitt and Brandy run around an island and Jack Black pretend to be a Jamaican for some reason than your piece of shit. And that movie's the same shit. But I would rather watch that than your movie. Scream. Not big on Scream 2, but I'd rather watch Scream 2. Scream 3. I Know We Did Last Summer. Urban Legend's a really good one. Urban Legend Final Cut I actually don't mind. I don't hate that film like other people do. I like it for what it is. I Still Know, which is a bad movie, I'd rather watch than your movie. I don't like Valentine, I'd rather watch that than this movie. And that movie I think sucks. But that movie, as much as it sucks, and it does suck, has more going on for your movie. I would have to really do research to find a 90s slasher film worse than you. I'm sure I could find it, but it takes some work. Maybe Leprechaun, because I hate Leprechaun. I hate all Leprechaun movies. Maybe that one, because I hate all of them so much. But man, you have no room to talk. Most of your death scenes are off screen. Literally, not all, but a good chunk of your death scenes are off screen. Like the two teens at the jungle gym, the killer appears, cuts away. You see their bodies later tied up by the door. Also, I find it funny that the lead girl sees a guy with a Mickey Mouse mask, look like ready to chase a killer. She runs stairs, sees her friends, and then she doesn't immediately go, "Who's the asshole with the Mickey Mouse mask? What? Yeah, some guy just was chasing me. Who was it? None of us." They immediately don't call the cops because there may be an intruder here. Then you go outside. But the movie will be over. So people need to do stupid ass things. Of course. Also, that scene with the jungle gym, whatever the hell it was, that the two couple die off screen. The acting is so wooden. Who there? Ah, who are you? And the guy in the Mickey is hiding where you just see through it. It's like a grate, you just see through it. It just does this. Like, it made me think of like Leslie Nielsen when they're doing the shootout, and you find out they're going back and forth, but they're actually this far apart. Only I don't think this part was meant for comedy. Oh, by the way, the killer can teleport. I don't know why the killer can teleport. I don't know why strobe lights hurt it. Why strobe lights will hurt it and make it not teleport. I have no idea why. Never explained. And what the fuck does that have to do with Steamboat Willie? Did he teleport in Steamboat Willie? Did strobe lights hurt him in Steamboat Willie? That's what I mean. Nothing about this is really connected to Steamboat Willie other than having that they show it, and someone's wearing some kind of a fat ass wearing the mask, like big like beer belly guy, and I'm sitting there going, okay, it's a guy with a crappy looking mask running around to again, why to teleport? I don't know. Why do strobe lights hurt it? I don't know. The movie don't care. Oh, then randomly, it teleports to a bar somewhere else. Because we saw a scene where the Jot's buddies, hockey buddies, you know what? That one guy's trying to hit on that guy's girl. We should go over there. Yeah, I think I know where they're at. Yeah, we should go there. Yeah, we should go there and screw that guy up. Now, how the killer knows this when it's a bar in a completely different place, that it seemed like a different place. If it wasn't, I don't think they said that well. They didn't explain that well. Just out of the blue, he teleports over there and beats them up. Doesn't really kill them, just beats them up. Hits them with a hockey stick, punches them. I'm like, how did he know these people exist? How did he know where this bar was? He could teleport out of the place. That means he could teleport just anywhere. Why is he? Why does he care about these guys? He didn't really kill them, so it's not like you get cool death scenes. Why is this in the movie? It's not even like, oh, he's going to shove this hockey puck in his mouth and is going to whack it and go down his throat, or he's going to shove the stick all the way down his throat, or he's going to whack this guy so many times it becomes a puck and hits him, gets a goal. No, none of that happens. He just beats them up. So then after he beats these random hockey... I say random, the Jot's buddies up at this random event, he goes back to the arcade where these other kids are at, where there's like 7 left. Uh, they think it's the jock because they see this jersey on him. Why would he do this? No, not even steroids would do that. So like I said, there's 7 people left. So, trying to think the other people. Oh yeah, the next person that dies is this guy who the killer decided to be a dick, I guess, and trapped him in a ride to steer him and going in the ride, and then he just gets out of the ride and he's fine. And later he's able to stab the guy in the head in a much later scene with bad CGI. There's a girl that he kind of toys with in VR, which is maybe the closest the film came to an almost decent suspenseful scene where the girl's in the VR and he's like doing this. He's like playing with her hair, touches her. She's like, what the hell was that? Puts it back on and he's there again, messing with her, thinking of cutting her with the throat. Nah. Granted, I don't care about the character. I barely know who the character is. She's barely been a thing of a character, so there's really no suspense anyway. But at least in a better movie, maybe that could work, but it just didn't matter. So Jen then just leaves her alone until later, where it does eventually kill her. You know, cuts her throat. Let's say the death scenes are really lame, and you don't get to see a whole lot, so it's not even a lot of blood and gore if you're expecting that. There's really not much with the Steamboat Willie other than you see the cartoon shown like 3 times in the opening credits where the boss is watching, and then the girl's like trying to call the cops, and it's like on a computer screen. Now it's like, hey, let's study this movie and find any weaknesses or find any patterns. Like, really use it as part of the plot? No. Or maybe he has to act like Steamboat Willie and... No. No, there is no... There's no clever... There's no... That's... There's nothing. It's just a cheap cash grab. Cheap-ass cash grab. There's a reason why it is like a 2 point something. The only positive I would say is the way the film is shot... is competent in the whatever they use to film the movie. It doesn't look like someone's home movie. It doesn't look like some of those Tubi original films I've seen. Or if you watch the trailer for The Mutilator 2 or the Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2, if you watch those movies or those trailers, you see how they're shot so cheap. That's not the case with this. But the fact that that's the positive I could think of, that kind of says everything, doesn't it? So all the people that are left are about 5 people. The goth girl, who for the most part is always not on screen. And then the lead girl... the 2 people that like her, and this other girl that I don't know how to describe her. She's just one of the girls. Her co-worker from earlier in the film comes back. Now the killer stabs her, but she has no reaction. She's like, and then the killer does this, and then she's like, hey, how's it going? That's how she reacts to dying. Not pain, not confusion, what's going on, scared, trying to fight back. She's like, how's it going? Like, she just like, someone took her battery out. Like, she's a doll. The tail went back to her. Hey. Like one of the toys in Toy Story when the human's nearby and just... That's how she became. And I'm like, who the fuck... Who acts like that when they die, get stabbed, anything? Just like... It was so like, oh my God, man. Like, what the fuck? And then the way it ends... I'm sorry, I'm clearing my throat. Is so abrupt. It just ends. Yeah, sorry, I'm clearing my throat. I know it's annoying. Took all my damn saliva. Fucking movie. Took my time, took my sanity, now took my saliva. They have a plan, the four. The Daft Girl's wherever the hell she's doing. They use the strobe effect to freeze the killer. They're going to do something, and then he just teleports away. Then it cuts to the cops talking with the Daft Girl. Again, at times they make it seem like she's the only one who survived. But then I swear there's a line in dialogue where, you know, the people in the ambulance, they wouldn't say much. I'm like, so which is it? Did some of them live or did some of them die? Other than the Daft Girl. Then it cuts to back to the four. The killer just pops up, cuts the lead girl's head off, teleports away. The three are just left there. I'm assuming those three survived. I guess. And then the nerd goes, I never even got to ask her out. And now she has no head. And then the jock goes, what a cut. Pretty much saying the see you next Tuesday, but they cut it. Then the movie's over. That's not even an ending. Then it goes for like a minute or two, and then it cuts to the jail cell, where I guess the spirit of the killer opens up the jail cell, and now, what, the Daft Girl's going to be, what, Shawnee Smith and Saw? Helping the killer? She's going to be the new Amanda? Like, whatever the hell her name was in Saw. Is that what it is? What? What? Huh? What? Why? Who? Duh? What? Fuck? This movie fucking sucks. Awful movie. Terrible pacing. With the momentum breaking. Lousy, almost... Well, lousy kills. The very few you have are just bad CGI. Chunk of it is off screen. Not a lot of blood in it. Not much creativity. The whole Mickey Mouse thing is very... It's used as little as possible. Just the bare minimum. Just to use the gimmick. And show Steamboat Willie 3 times. Why does he teleport? Why does anything happen? None of it's explained. You're not supposed to care because it's a crappy movie with a crappy script that's really not funny. The closest in cleverness is the very beginning, I guess the very ending where they're saying silly stuff when the girl just died. And like, gives a rat's ass about this movie, man. Bad acting, terrible script, lousy kills, the whole shebang. And what a... that's the thing, they take these ideas that we could get these familiar properties and we could turn it on its head and make a slasher horror film, and they do the bare, laziest minimum with it. Just enough. Like, okay, we have the gimmick. How about this? We're going to sell you on the gimmick. You don't watch it because of the gimmick. But now we're going to razzle-dazzle and impress you. Because the writing's going to be better than you think, and the acting's going to be better than you think, and the kill's going to be better than you think, and the story's going to be better than you think. And it's like, wow, they went a really creative way, or creative direction. And wow, I'm impressed with this director, or this writer, or this cast. I wonder what they'll do next. No, like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and this film, they're both lazy, uninspired, cash grabs, just thrown out there and farted in the wind for people to consume and see enough so they get enough revenue to make another one. That's it. And it seems that they're succeeding. They need my money because I didn't see whatever platform they had. I saw on other reasons, thanks to Jack Sparrow. This, God damn it, man. What a waste. Potential money, time, all that crap. But thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.